Green Bay, it was the final year before the turn of the century.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They'll be led by their second-year quarterback from Washington, the former Husky. It's Jacob Eason.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Eason's throw into the hands of Fan.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Throwing is Eason.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Chris Barnes
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free.
And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Rosas' kick is good. The Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the gun is Eason. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The give is to Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Eason's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17-0 our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Eason to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, and there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's also third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Going backwards, it's third and very long. Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now he dumps this off over the middle. So the completion gets him just a yard. And just like that, it's third down. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. On second down now, it's Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. And there the counterplay proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counterplay in general successful, Charles?
And what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go out and force everything either.
Now Eason. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Eason sets to throw it. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And they'll bring up 4.
But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 this far. This will be 3rd and 4. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st down, Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one caught by Isabella. And the Packers are likely going to have a first and goal as he's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. He's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run. Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. His third rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall.
And the Packers continue to roll.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Roses now to add the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
That time a 9-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive.
Eason will find Eskridge here complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Looking to throw again on second down. Eason.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10, Eason.
Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
We'll start by hitting.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
On first down, Rodgers. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking left side. That's complete to Oliver.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Rodgers to throw once more.
A check down here to Jones.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Oh, yeah!
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rosa's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So another 3 on the board. It's considered an opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Well, Metcalf, what a catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun is Eason. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Eason. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You got it. You got it.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This one swung out here to Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Doug Costin drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle Doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
2nd and 12. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Here's Eason to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
They all came together there, in-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 7. Now Eason. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress, but it'll be a safety. Things are just going for random. Watch that. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now here's Ross. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Come on.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 1-yard gains are trending the same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Sam Darnold, game throwing the ball for 300 passing yards. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the